A fine day to all of you from BlockDesk Ventures. Today the team and I have been discussing the current war we are seeing between the smart contract blockchains such as Cardano, Polkadot, Ethereum and Solana. Now Solana is a very interesting chain simply due to the crazy amount of popularity it has with developers in this space. And trust me, when I tell you developers know good tech, they really do know it when they see it. So what we are seeing as of now is a mini boom in developers flocking to Solana to develop some of the most robust and technologically advanced blockchain projects we have ever seen. And at the forefront of any new age blockchain lies a decentralized exchange, DEX for short. Centralized exchanges have been on the way out since, well, the beginning of the current bull run, or arguably even before. So as investors, we all want to look at what's next. So today we want to announce our brand new strategic investment into HydraSwap, a cross-chain Solana-based DEX ran by some of the leading minds in the blockchain industry from around the world. People such as Victor Lee, who was one of the co-founders of DAO Ventures, Ayush Kohli, who was an ex-JP Morgan and managed a book worth over $5 billion, and Tommy Chain, who has launched many successful businesses such as Nosh.hk. It's fair to say that the team is phenomenal, but what we have been really digging into is the MVP, which is the minimal viable product, and the potential this project has as the actual platform. It actually offers so much more than a simple swap. And this is what we want to discuss today. And at the end of the video, we will also offer some of our community allocations to invest in the early stages of this project. For those of you who don't know, we are actually offer allocations to all of you, our community, and you don't need to hold any other token or any asset in order to enter. We simply offer them to the most engaging community members. If you want to find out more, then go to the description or the pinned post and join our Telegram group and speak to the gunslingers or the team members from BlockDesk Ventures to get involved. Now, something that I really wanted to see is limit price orders on DEXs. And yes, HydraSwap will have them. There's not really much to say about them, and yes, some decentralized exchanges have them, but they're not really that used and they're really needed. I think this is the next step up for decentralized exchanges, and this is something we all want, so bring it on. And the final main feature is the arbitrage module. For those of you who do not know, arbitrage is simply when you buy an asset off one market and sell it on another. For example, buying Dogecoin on KuCoin and selling it on Binance, and then making a profit as those markets might slightly vary in price and volume. Now, Dogecoin might not be the best example, as you'll need a shit ton of it in order to make the arbitrage opportunity a success, but there are other smaller coins or tokens in which you don't need millions in order to profit from arbitrage. So HydraSwap will bring a module that enables traders to, number one, identify, and number two, capture these opportunities. Other cool features include the cross-chain bridge. Now, cross-chain is huge, we all know this, and involving other chains into any platform which is blockchain based is a must nowadays. Another cool part is the referral program. Now, I know a lot of our community really like referrals, and we don't really allow them in our chat, but we think referrals are great. We think people should use them. It's just important that you research the projects and you know exactly what you're referring to people. Don't just refer anything because you think you're going to make some money from it. Make sure it's a good opportunity for the person you're referring it to. So we feel many of you will actually use this referral system, as you're actually rewarded in Hydra tokens. Now, who doesn't like a nice chart? Well, we love a good chart, and just look, HydraSwap really did create a great one, and we wanted to go over it just so you can get a visual representation of how much better it is than other decentralized exchanges. So starting off, it is cross-chain, which is a must in this market. I can't stress it, how important it is for investors and traders to be able to bridge assets from a specific chain onto another one and not have to move away from the DEX in order to do that. So HydraSwap will bring that. It has low gas. Solana has one of the lowest gas fees in the world when it comes to blockchain. And the speed, the high transactions per second, which is at the bottom, as you can see, is 50,000 on the average, I would say. Liquidity bands, proactive market making. So market making is something that was extremely important back in 2017 when there was not much DEXs and it was more centralized exchange launches, which doesn't really happen anymore. Usually projects will launch on a DEX and then on a centralized exchange if the community wants them to, which we personally never understand why. We don't really understand why people want a token or coin listed on a CEX. We feel like you shouldn't want that, even though it might bring more potential users or investors. It's still not worth it. Just forget about CEXs. Just move on to decentralized exchanges. Let's make the decentralized world grow instead of trying to move a coin onto a CEX, basically. Arbitrage module, which we just discussed, and look, if they do it with a good UI, an easy to understand way that you can see these opportunities, you can click and accept this opportunity with the high transactions, with the cross-chain, and with the quick and cheap gas fees, it's going to work very, very well, because people, if they can see a way to make profit from going cross-chain and going back, they will do it. And if it's done easily via HydraSwap, then this is going to be incredible. So many investors and traders are going to move into HydraSwap and start utilizing it. So look, that's a quick little graph, our overview. Compared to the other DEXs, HydraSwap is just so superior. And to finish it off, we wanted to show you the MVP. We did discuss it a little bit earlier before, which is the minimal viable product. This basically means that the team have released an alpha version of the HydraSwap platform. And this is a way to show people of what they're capable of. And this is so important for myself and for the BlockDesk Ventures team, to see that the team is actually capable of developing what they are writing in their white paper, in their deck, and what they're promising. Because a lot of projects, even nowadays, still just write a white paper and say, give us this much money. This is how much we want to develop this. But not many projects actually say, hey, look, we have developed it. Here's an alpha version. Yes, it might have some bugs. It might not be perfect. It might be not fully developed, but we can do it. And as you can see here, HydraSwap already has a trading section, which is very close to a centralized exchange. As you can see the graphs from trading view, I believe they would be. You got the buy sell, it's basically limit orders, how much. It's very close to a centralized exchange. And then they also got the actual swap, which is what most people are used to when it comes to decentralized exchanges. They've shown that you got the LP farming modules, add liquidity sections, and also the staking. So look, the product is basically ready. The team will need some more time to make it perfect, but the UI is great. It works. You can connect your Solana wallet to it. You can start swapping and trading your tokens, and obviously Solana itself. So this is what really drew our attention. We know the team is capable of making this project happen, and as Solana, the actual chain, grows and more developers come on board and more revolutionary projects launch, Solana DEX will be basically one of the first decentralized exchanges, and we're hoping it's going to be the main decentralized exchange for the Solana blockchain. So this is exactly why we've decided to invest into it, and exactly why we're offering some allocation slots for our community as well. So I just wanted to conclude. In our eyes, this is a tier 1 project, which we are super excited about in showing our support in helping them launch, and obviously helping them after the launch as well. And as mentioned at the start of the video, we're going to give some allocations to our community. So just check out the Telegram group link in the description and in the pinned post. Join up and you can speak to any of the team members or the gunslingers. Now the gunslingers is a step above from the, let's say, the investors group, and these people help with the community and the marketing, and it's something you can also be involved in. But for today, look, this is a wrap. A big thank you to all of you from BlockDesk Ventures, where the bears are not welcome and the candles are always green. All the best. Bye-bye.
Would you look at that? See the caldera.